And this weight loss thing, I have to commend you on that because I think that's one of the biggest things that I think that you just took the world by storm with. We also doing some weight loss things that we do in Atlanta, Georgia, is pushing people. Why? Explain that.
You know me, I suffered 2 seizures.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I had a seizure. My homie told me, I said, boy, you lying. Boy, let's go get this money. You tripping.
Right.
So the first plane, they put me off of the plane. I called my jet dude. Hey, I need a jet. 45 minutes later, I was on a PJ going to Memphis. As soon as I fell asleep, it was one of those things where I wasn't having what they consider like grandma seizures.
Mm-hmm.
I had a situation that where I had, ran my body down to where as soon as I closed my eyes, my body would do it.
Wow.
So it wasn't me just standing up having the seizure, but as soon as I went to sleep, because and so
that experience had to be almost traumatic.
Yeah, after the second time, when I woke up in the hospital and they explained to me everything what was going on, and the doctor, told me, the good side, the upside. First was, after doing the CAT scan, I didn't have any, marks on my brain, so they, wouldn't have to take my license. But because of those 2 seizures, they would have took my driver's license, because after you have 2, and if you leave those marks, you could just be driving
and just seizure out.
Right.
So so my situation was a little different, and they studied my sleeping habits, and it pretty much came down to the me sleeping 3 hours a day over such a long period of time. That's what it came down to, and so I'll never forget. Okay, I can accept this, and I remember asking the doc, "Okay, you giving me these pills? How long I got to take them? A week or 2?" He was like, "Nah." And I was like, "When?" And he was like, "Boy, you riding out. Hold on."
Explain this. Explain this, Jack.
You saying, and that's when I said, and that's when he explained to me I was close to being hypertensive, which is almost having high blood pressure, which would be more medicine.
Wow.
And I said, I'm already not finna take this.
Right.
All right, so I'm finna.
What I got to do?
Right now, and he said, based off everything you wrote down, everything we went off, based off everything we asked everybody around you, you got to stop sodas.
Yep.
Whatever this steak place that delivered 3 in the morning, and these certain things. And I said, okay, cool, I'm going to do that. And I did it. You know what I'm saying? I eliminated certain things. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with my Wingstop and all that.
Right.
I said,
Cheat day.
I just said I still gotta live, because if y'all make me stop doing that, one day I'm gonna just wake up and throw it all away.
Right.
I'm gonna wake up and just go eat. I don't want to lose weight no more. I
Right.
want to live.
It's funny because as soon as I heard that situation, I knew exactly what it was. 'Cause I went through something similar, you know what I mean? DJing 6 parties in one weekend, 3 parties in a night, and I knew exactly what it was. I went through something very similar. So when I heard that about you, I was like, I already know what it was, man.
And it was unfortunate. As soon as I had my situation, as soon as I got home, I was surprised at how many people came to me
Right.
and told me. I'm talking about my big homies. You know what I'm saying? And they, and they told me different things. That's when I realized my situation wasn't as bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got big homies that I looked up to that's, much larger than me, that told me their story like, yo, you know what I'm saying? My people found me in the bathroom, like,
Sleep.
and I'm like, damn, man.
Wow.
So, this something serious, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? This drinking, this, you know what I'm saying? I had to chill on certain things, you know what I mean? And here we are.
Because we had our conversation with Fat Joe, and he was just like, when him and Pun was rocking, they used to go to, what he said?
He said they used to go to the
Fill
buffet.
the buffet and fill the
tray.
tray.
They had the
table.
plates on. They used to take the plates off
And fill the
take
tray
the
up.
tray and fill the tray up with food. He said every day.
What was your eating habits like, Ross? Because if you was like that, man, explain that, man. What was you eating like?
I was a savage too. Because I wake up late. Boom, you wake up, you get up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what you eat. Boom, I know I may want some wings. That I just love them.
Right.
I still do. I get me some lemon pepper wings, and then
That's my vice.
and
too,
then
though.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I eat something else, and then really my studio session don't start to 2 and 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I done been up since 10 a.m., but it's 3 o'clock. I start recording. 4, 5, I order something from the spot that deliver 24 hours.
Steak.
You know what I'm saying? I stay. I leave there at 7, go lay down for
Wake
2
back up at
hours,
10.
wake back up, And, you know, after you do that for so long, you know what I'm saying? And so as far as me eating, man, I was eating everything.
It's real though. We was at the crib. You was playing me some music. It was me, you, Sam Sneak, and Jay ones, and Shorty. I don't know who Shorty was, but she literally came in and gave him like a
That's her
bowl
job.
of fruit. Yeah, bro. And we just stood there listening to music, and he just ate the fruit. I was like,
Her
man,
job is every 45 minutes bring something.
Something to
Because
snack on.
that way,
It curbs
I
everything.
keep me focused from doing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm, you know, like right now, I go to Arby's and get me 2 cheese roast beefs. I love them. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You know, I could go right up the street. I could go to, man, anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm one of them fat dudes that if I'm riding down the street and I see a dude with a truck and a grill on the back, and if the smoke coming up, turn around.
Right. Let me get that.
Let's see what that's about.
What's happening, homie? What you got going on? You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You know what I mean? If it's nacho, Dorito, tacos, I could just do it. You know what I'm saying?
So what's next for Ross, man? What's the next?
Man.
What do we need to look out for besides this? Besides, everybody needs to go get this album.
Everybody's
It's
going to
stores
get
right
this
now.
album. And other than that, what I'm excited about is me and Guwap next move. We finna film us a movie.
Wow.
That's big.
Wait a minute. Is this hasn't been out? I've never heard this before.
Nah, this real language.
Exclusive.
Right here. This is real talk. We done had our meetings and, you know, everything, you know.
big.
What type of movie were you looking forward to?
You know, if you look at Buy Back the Block, if you know what I'm saying, the premise, if you watch the intro of that where we was at the car wash doing our thing, it's going to kind of feed off that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Wow.
all I want to say right now, but it's going to be independent. We're going to do it exactly the way we want to. And if the big boys want to play after we through, we're going to let them play.
I mean,
Did
it's
y'all
not
start?
Nah, as far as, you know, the vital part, which is the script, you know, the cast, you know, all that, making sure all the squibs, so when somebody gets shot, everything,
Right, you got to have all that.
Yeah,
Gotta be
yeah.
real deal. Because it's not too far fetched. This brother just put out this movie, invested $4.5 million, made $100 million, $150 million.
Yeah,
You know the Get Out record, the Get Out movie. You know what I'm saying? So
Dope
it's not too
movie,
far
though.
fetched.
That was a dope movie.
Talk
You
about
gotta
hitting the
go
lick
see
though.
that. You gotta go see that.
So is this a start of maybe possibly Rick Ross doing movies and having his own production
I
company?
mean, it's most definitely the beginning of something big. You know what I mean? I done wrote another script, and this right here is, you know, I think gonna be the introduction of me really getting into the films. You know, I done been offered a few roles, actually by the big homies, the Weinsteins themselves.
Wow.
Scary Movie and, you know, certain things like that. But I just thought it wasn't time yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to just, you know, I'm one of them, you know.
Right.
They want to do it when they
Right.
want to do it. You know what I'm saying?